Have you ever wondered what attracts a man in intimate moments? Is there something about certain aspects of a woman's anatomy that captivates their attention in a way we don't often talk about? In today's video, we dive deep into a topic that isn't frequently discussed, but is incredibly important. The 3 types of vaginas that often attract men's attention. By the end of this video, you will understand why these specific features are so fascinating to men and how emotional connection and self-care play a larger role than you might expect. If you're curious about how intimacy evolves with age and how understanding your body can bring more fulfillment to relationships, you won't want to miss the insights shared here. Stay tuned, as we'll also explore practical tips on how to enhance your connection and intimacy, no matter your age. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and activate the notification bell to ensure you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help spread these valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. The first type I want to talk about, which fascinates and interests many people, could be called a tight and firm vaginal type. This particular anatomy is often regarded as especially attractive, particularly from a male perspective, as it is associated with intense physical sensations during intercourse. But beyond the obvious physical aspect, it's important to consider what happens from a medical perspective, right? A tighter vaginal area can indeed provide a greater sense of friction, increasing physical stimulation during sexual intercourse. This can offer a more vivid, immediate experience, which is often perceived by men as more intense pleasure. However, this observation is just part of the equation. What's fascinating here is that this sensation, as pleasurable as it may be, is neither fixed nor final. It's crucial to understand that the natural elasticity of the vagina allows this area to adjust remarkably smoothly to various shapes and sizes. This means that this feature is not permanent, but dynamic and flexible. Here lies the beauty of the human body. It is capable of adapting to new situations and adjusting to changing needs. Take the example of younger women. Their firmness is often attributed to a well-developed muscle tone. It is an expression of vitality, youth, and strength. However, over time, pelvic floor muscle tone can decrease, leading to a sense of looseness. This is nothing embarrassing or negative. On the contrary, it is a natural consequence of aging. What matters is how one takes care of the body to maintain some level of tone. And here lies the beauty of the human experience. We can change, enhance, and adapt our bodies through exercises like Kegels, or even with the help of specialized gels that promote regeneration. All of this speaks to a deep love for oneself and one's well-being, for the body, and for the way we honor our existence. From a psychological perspective, studies have shown that men often associate tightness with youth, vitality, and health. This is partly because physical youth represents strength, energy, and the full ability to live. Yet, beyond this purely aesthetic phenomenon, these men are not just seeking a physical sexual experience, but a deep and genuine emotional connection. They want that novelty, that sense of freshness and vitality that comes with a well-toned vagina. This may seem insignificant at first glance, but this feeling of novelty and vitality can be incredibly powerful in the context of an intimate relationship. The truth is, what they are looking for goes far beyond simple physical sensations. What they desire is the feeling of being connected in a unique way to another person. It's the merging of bodies, but also of souls. So, firmness is not just an ideal of physical beauty or outer appearance, but a deeply personal act of self-care. It's the attention you give to your own body and the love you show it. Those who value this kind of intimate experience are not just seeking the physical pleasure it provides, but also a deeper symbol. They see this body care as a sign of attention and respect, a testament that their partner is fully present and engaged in intimacy. There is a certain poetry in this attention. It speaks to the individual's commitment to one another, the desire to give oneself completely without reservation. And this commitment, this presence, is what truly creates intimacy. This phenomenon goes beyond the mere state of a more or less toned body area. It's also about how individuals connect through gestures of love, care, and respect. It's a deeply human exchange. For the men who appreciate this kind of intimate experience, it's not just about seeking physical pleasure. There's a much richer emotional dimension. They want to share an intimate moment where each person feels respected, appreciated, and loved. This feeling of being fully present, offering one another a care that goes beyond the physical, but touches the soul, creates a rare depth of connection. It's important to emphasize that every intimate relationship, every shared moment, is unique. There is no magic formula or universal norm. What matters is that quiet connection that arises when partners are in tune with each other, when they share not only their bodies, but also their thoughts and emotions. Firmness, or rather the care one gives their own body, thus becomes a powerful symbol of that connection. It is not in physical perfection, but in the attention toward the other, in the recognition of the beauty of each shared moment. It is this simple and gentle beauty that makes intimacy truly magical. The second type I want to talk about is what many people describe as a warm and comfortable vaginal type. But what does this expression mean, and why is it perceived as so important in intimacy? This type of anatomy naturally provides a much gentler and more inviting feel, creating a deeply comforting and soothing intimate environment for men, especially for those who place greater importance on the emotional and loving aspects of intimacy. It's an experience where comfort and warmth are not only physical, but emotional as well. It's an enveloping, almost magical sensation, as if the intimate space becomes a cocoon, a refuge, and a safe place for both partners. From a medical perspective, this vaginal type is often characterized by less tension and a natural abundance of lubrication. It is most often associated with an immediate sense of comfort, making intimacy smoother and less taxing. However, over time and with hormonal changes, particularly in older women, a decrease in estrogen levels can reduce this natural lubrication, which can affect the comfort of the experience. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment the number 1 below to let me know you're continuing to follow along with me. But one must not forget that there are wonderful solutions to counteract this phenomenon, such as the use of natural or water-based lubricants. These tailored products allow this feeling of warmth and comfort to be maintained, thus creating an intimate environment where one can feel comfortable and secure, regardless of age. What's fascinating here is that from a psychological perspective, this sense of softness in the intimate experience is often linked to deep feelings of tenderness, love, and closeness. It's a bit like returning to the early stages of a relationship, where the primary goal is to connect, comfort, and understand. It's not a search for performance or physical perfection, but a desire to share a moment of gentleness, to surrender to one another with trust and calm. Softness creates, in this context, an emotional space where vulnerability can be shared, where fears and worries disappear, making room for a true human connection. It's an act of pure love, in which one strives to feel the other holistically, to understand them, and connect in a way that transcends mere physical exchange. Men who appreciate this vaginal type are often looking for more than just a physical encounter. They are looking for something deeper, something beyond the body. They seek this emotional warmth that turns the intimate act into a sacred moment. This type of experience stands for an emotionally fulfilling, comforting, and warm, intimate relationship. For them, It's not the intensity of friction or physical sensation that matters, but the emotional letting go, the merging of souls that occurs in the moment of union. The softness of the experience becomes the key to true connection. It's not about seeking sexual performance, but about a deep desire to enrich the relationship with moments of tenderness and empathy. Gentle and comforting contact is perfect for men who see intimacy as a sacred moment of emotional connection. For them, it's not a race for immediate physical satisfaction, but a shared journey where every gesture, every touch, and every word is an extension of the care and attention they give their partner. It's this kind of intimacy that creates a true connection, an exchange that nourishes not only the bodies but also the hearts and souls. The tenderness in this experience is often what makes every shared moment unforgettable. It's a moment where love manifests not only through the bodies, but through the warmth of the relationship and the depth of the connection. For these men, intimacy becomes a celebration of the relationship in its entire emotional dimension, a place where gentleness and love meet to create a truly fulfilling, intimate experience. Softness is indeed a powerful reminder that intimacy is not just a physical act. It is so much more. It becomes a valuable opportunity to nourish the soul and heart. In this shared tenderness lies the true power of intimacy. Every gentle gesture and every touch becomes an opportunity to communicate deep emotions, to surrender to one another sincerely and lovingly. It is this warmth that transforms intimacy into something sacred and comforting, a refuge where you not only find physical pleasure, but also a deep connection that nourishes the body, mind, and heart of each individual. The third type I want to explore with you is the flexible and adaptable vaginal type. This type is especially appreciated by men who love variety, novelty, and exploration in intimacy. This type of anatomy offers a deeply dynamic experience, a sort of adventure land, where every intimate encounter is different, exciting, and full of discoveries. The flexibility of the vagina is a fascinating, almost magical feature, allowing it to adjust not only to different sizes and shapes, but also to various rhythms and ways of intimate connection. It's an invitation to explore, to be original, and to experiment with new aspects of sexuality. This adaptability offers unparalleled freedom, and that's exactly what makes intimacy with a partner who has such flexibility so special. From a medical perspective, the vagina is incredibly elastic. It can stretch and contract depending on the body's needs, a process that is both fascinating and essential for its role in reproduction, especially during childbirth. But this incredible feature also plays a fundamental role in intimacy. It allows the intimate area to adapt to different sensations and dynamically respond to various physical stimuli. Men who seek this kind of flexibility are often drawn to partners who are open to exploring new positions, different rhythms, and a way of connecting that goes beyond conventional norms. It's this openness to change that keeps intimacy alive and exciting. But the flexibility of the vagina goes beyond the physical aspect. It is also linked to emotional adaptability. Here lies the true magic of intimacy. Men who seek this type of experience value their partner's ability to be flexible not only physically, but also emotionally and mentally. It's not just about engaging in new physical experiences, but about reinventing intimacy together. Flexibility, then, becomes a reflection of a dynamic relationship, one that is ready to embrace new forms of experience, shift the boundaries of old patterns, and create something unique with every encounter. Flexibility is not just about adapting to the body. It also touches the mind and heart. It signifies that partners are ready to reinvent themselves and grow together. Interestingly, Studies have shown that men who appreciate this flexibility and intimacy tend to be more creative, lively, and open-minded in other areas of life. This openness, this constant search for novelty and innovation in intimacy, often mirrors their overall approach to life. They seek enriching experiences not only in the bedroom, but also in their careers, social relationships, and personal activities. These men are often more curious, more excited about the unknown, and ready to explore everything life has to offer. In conclusion, flexibility in intimacy goes beyond the physical. It also encompasses mental openness and a desire for emotional growth. For these men, intimacy is a terrain for exploration, a place where they can both experience new physical sensations and deepen their emotional bonds with their partner. This type of intimate experience is, in a way, a metaphor for life itself. Unpredictable, exciting, and full of surprises. But it's this ability to adapt, change, and grow that makes it an endless, deeply fulfilling adventure. For these men, their partner's body becomes more than just an object of desire. It becomes a symbol of adventure and endless possibilities. The adaptability of the vagina is then perceived as a natural extension of this mental openness, a reflection of how they view the relationship overall: dynamic, ever-changing, and full of surprises. Every intimate encounter becomes a journey, an exploration of new physical and emotional territories, a way to rediscover themselves with each moment. This flexibility is an invitation to innovate, to be creative, not just in the bedroom, but in every area of life. It's the search for a lived experience in its full richness and depth, where they feel free to share and explore without judgment. The most important message I want to convey to you through this discussion is that there is no ideal vaginal type. This concept of anatomical perfection, often glorified in the media or stereotypes, in no way reflects the reality of authentic intimate relationships. Everybody is unique, every woman is different, and every intimate experience is shaped by the specifics of the relationship that develops between two individuals. True pleasure does not lie in certain physical features or superficial expectations, but in the deep connection that establishes itself between the bodies, minds, and hearts. Attraction, desire, pleasure, all of this finds its source in the way two people touch, discover, and understand each other. The beauty of intimacy lies in the ability to create a space of trust and respect, where each person can feel valued, loved, and heard. Ultimately, what truly matters in intimacy is the quality of the connection that develops between partners. Mutual respect, trust, and the openness to explore together are the real pillars on which a fulfilling intimate relationship is based. The way each person is willing to discover themselves, support one another, and grow together in intimacy creates an experience that is much more enriching than any physical considerations. And if you're over 50, it's crucial not to be convinced by prejudices or stereotypes that intimacy is something of the past, something only reserved for young people. On the contrary, it's precisely at this age that you have the chance to fully enjoy the pleasure of an authentic connection, a deeper, more thoughtful, and fulfilling relationship. Intimacy is, at any age, a journey of exploration and growth. If you're open to love, discovery, and companionship, intimacy can become a rich and fulfilling experience at any stage of life. It is in the depth of connection, in the attention to the other, and in the respect for each person's needs and desires that true pleasure is found. And it is a pleasure that transcends age and grows with mutual understanding and experience. So, don't hesitate to explore, rediscover, and create intimate moments that nourish not just the body but the soul. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're continuing to follow along with me. On the contrary, right now, at this stage of life, you have a chance to fully enjoy intimacy, free from societal pressures or unattainable ideals often found in the media. It's time to free yourself from these external constraints and explore intimacy with a deeper understanding of yourself, your desires, and what truly feels good. At this age, you've gained wisdom and maturity that allow you to understand that intimacy is not just about the physical aspect of the relationship, but about emotional openness, the way you connect with your partner, and more importantly, with yourself. Intimacy and maturity are concepts that go far deeper than society often conveys. They are based on self-love, on the ability to view yourself with kindness and without judgment. It is in accepting your body as it is, with all its transformations and developments, that much of the true pleasure lies. It's not about comparing yourself to an ideal of perfection, but about celebrating what your body has experienced, what it still allows you to achieve, and how it can still offer softness, pleasure, and connection. Mature intimacy is also about mutual care. It's about taking care of the other, listening, respecting their needs and desires, and creating a space where you can be vulnerable and authentic without fear of judgment. It's in this attentive listening, in this emotional availability, that the true magic of intimacy happens. It's not about a restless search for performance or superficial sensations, but an invitation to discover a deeper, more conscious intimacy together, where respect and companionship are the keys to fulfillment. I invite you to reflect on your body and intimate relationship with affection and full goodwill. It is a journey of rediscovery, a moment to embrace your beauty without shame or pressure. Take time to appreciate what you are, what you have built over the years, and how you can continue to nourish and nurture strong, sincere, and tender intimate bonds in this new phase of life. Don't let external judgments or stereotypes stop you from experiencing this richness. Intimacy in this phase of life can be a truly liberating experience, a source of well-being and inner peace. It's a moment when you can finally be fully present with yourself and with the other in gentle and authentic companionship. To conclude our discussion today, I would like you to take a moment and think about what you've learned so far. What insights resonated with you the most? What new perspectives on intimacy, respect, and connection will you take away from this conversation? I would love for you to share one thing you've learned today that you'll integrate into your life and practice moving forward. Please leave your comment below and let's continue the conversation. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means a lot to us and helps us continue creating content that matters to you.